Hey, welcome to video number 192 of Walker This Way with Hazel Walker, the queen of all things.
BNI and networking.
I am Mark Simmons. Wow, you're right on the ball this time.
I know.
We're ready. We're
have
ready.
had 2 cups of coffee already.
Oh, there you go. Oh, you know what I bought? Those, just side note, I bought those pods that have the cloth bottoms.
Yeah.
And I went through 4 or 5 of them because I have really lousy coffee. I love it. Most people hate it. And it wasn't working. And I got it to work this morning on the Keurig machine. And I'm so happy.
Well, that's funny because I think I left cloth bottom ones
You
there
did. Yeah,
before I left.
Yeah, but they were too strong.
They're
But
too
today was a good morning because I was actually able to get coffee in my cream and hot water.
So this is a big mug. Like this is a
Yeah.
big mug. This is 16 ounce. And I've had 2 of these.
You know what's cool about that? And I'll tell you, is that coffee in the morning is important for a lot of people.
Mhm.
And if they don't have it, their day's ruined. But it really is about taking care of yourself,
It is.
right? Having the coffee in the morning.
Having
And-
the coffee in the morning if it mellows you out.
Yeah. And, there's been a lot more lately, even personally with some members of my family who have been really, really sick, gotten really, really sick. There's some serious things going on with a couple of members, with a couple of our kids. And we've been looking a lot and talking a lot, at least, around how are you taking care of yourself now? And there's a lot of members, business owners, not even just members, just people in businesses who are trying to balance, like, I got to keep my business afloat.
Yeah.
But then it's making them sick on the other end.
Yeah, I just talked to a guy. It's a beautiful man at this. He works hard for everybody because he never wants to disappoint anybody.
Mhm.
But he was like near tears and he goes, I just feel like I'm carrying so much of everybody's burdens and I have no space left. And I go, but you're not taking care of you. And you, like 2 people I've talked to, I go, the problem is you haven't set boundaries. Here's the boundaries because I have to take care of me too. And you've got to set the boundaries and implement the boundaries around that. And we all think that we need to carry everybody's burdens. Like, I don't want to disappoint people.
Right.
And there's sometimes, Mark, you hear me say this, I'm not babysitting anymore. I don't care. They either get it, they don't get it. I'm done. I'm not babysitting anymore because I get frustrated when people don't want to be as informed or as successful
Mhm.
in the organization as I know they can be.
Right.
But I have to, so take self-care means I have to give up that it's so important to me, right? It's so important to me that everybody get these things done. If it's not important to you, why am I losing sleep over it?
Yeah. And to that point, you're actually really losing sleep over it.
Really losing sleep over it, like not going to sleep.
Yeah. It's
My
stressful.
scores are like 68, 67. So that means I'm tossing and turning and not sleeping,
Yeah.
right? And that is not good for any of us. If we're so worried about the day to day and we're not stopping to just in the evenings and weekends, are you still answering your text messages on? I mean, I know you sent me a few texts. I was like, I'm not answering stuff this weekend. I'm not doing it.
Yes, I know you're not answering.
Not answering. I
I'm
just
not answering.
need time off, and I've decided to make that just for the weekend.
Yeah. So you have an interesting perspective because you run a course and a workshop called the 6 Plates,
Mhm.
right? And it's about spinning these 6 different plates of business. And you've added on and keeping them all spinning at the same time, right? But you've added on a 7th plate.
I've
Tell
had
me
the
about
7th plate there for a long time,
it. Okay.
but that 7th plate is always the one that's on the ground broken. And that 7th plate is when I'm trying to do everything, right? As a business owner, I'm trying to do everything because I need to be in control because I want it done exactly the way I want it. Plus, I need to be in control of my family and my friends and I'm trying to do everything, right? That I let my plate fall and my plate breaks.
Right.
right? And so that means now I can't help anybody. And you hear that, you've heard that before, like,
Mhm.
if you can't, if you fall, then what? Because everybody is relying on you. So part of it is you have to create systems and delegation and create self-reliance. For the BNI chapters, I have to start letting them, I have to rely on, they want the best for themselves because they want the best for their businesses and families. And therefore, because they want the best, they're going to step up and get educated and do all the things they need to do to be the best. But if they don't choose that, I can't own that anymore. Right? I can't, I just have to let it go. And it's really hard for me. Right?
Yeah.
And but my plate's breaking.
Yeah.
And I've been doing this for 30 years. So I can't let my plate fall. I've already done that. Right? I've already gone through that health crisis. And that's usually what happens. That's when we pick that plate up and we try to glue it back together. It's when we hit a crisis.
Yeah.
And that's not a good way to live your life.
No, and I know when you can ask every single client I've worked with over the years, even now, is the question comes up all the time: is it business or is it the personal side? Which one needs to be above? And I said every single time, if your home life, personal life isn't good, business, it will fail. So clean up
It
the
will.
house, whatever you
It
need
will
to do.
fail.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we can't, I said to this guy, he goes, there's so many people. And I said, yeah, but first off, you've taught them. Right? Because you haven't ever set boundaries, and the female was the same thing. I go, you've never set boundaries. And then when you set them, you don't express them, and then you don't enforce them. And if you've never done that, of course, everybody relies on you.
And part of setting boundaries too, important point, to set boundaries that you make, but part of setting boundaries is you also have to be vocal when you've had enough.
Yeah, you have, no is a complete sentence.
Right.
Complete. No, I can't. You don't have to make excuses. You don't have to explain, justify, or defend. No, I cannot do that.
Right.
Right. And sometimes we just get in the habit of doing everything, because I've noticed that I've gotten back in the habit of just trying to make it all work. And I have to remember to say, no, I can't do that now.
Right. So I think the bottom line of this Walker This Way video number 192 is simple. You need to take time for self-care.
Especially, yeah, since COVID. If you've had COVID and all of that stuff, you need to be gentle with your body, because stuff is showing up down the road. Take care, just pay attention to yourself and your body.
Absolutely. And the same if you have family members and you're having to take care of them. Whatever the situation is, you need to take time, listen to your body, and
Listen
take
to your
time for
mind and your
yourself.
heart,
Yeah.
and take care.
And a big thing on here too is something Hazel Walker always says: you can't want it more than they want it for themselves. As far as the business and supporting, in the business world.
And I need to be reminded of that right now, because when I'm in this leadership team training stuff, I start wanting it more than they actually want it.
Yeah. And if you need someone to talk to, and you're a BNI member, reach out to members in your BNI chapter. They're happy to sit down and talk to you. It doesn't have to be about your business.
Yeah, exactly. They're there. They're there to
support.
support one another. Yeah.
Yeah, as we are. All right, Hazel Walker, great topic. Until next time.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.